YouTube? It's your old buddy, Fat Tim Ranchin, weekend 2. We're headed out to the country. Let me show you what this drive looks like.
So when I started this video series, I thought I'd be able to provide some how-to type information for people trying to do the same thing. Possibly also a lighthearted look at city folks trying to make a move out into the country, full-time or part-time. But this is the point in our weekend when I realized that there is some amazing scenery to be seen. It's sometimes important to just kind of take a break from the work at hand and just look around you and enjoy your space. And you'll see over the course of the weekend, we discovered some things we weren't really even expecting to find.
All right, so it's 7:45. We got a pretty early start. 61 degrees. The weather should be amazing today. It's nice and clear, slightly overcast. Headed back out for weekend day 2. We're going to be doing some more cleaning inside. I need to get back on the back piece of property today. I haven't been back there yet, never seen it. And then we may also get some visits from family members today. I'm supposed to see my daughter, possibly my nephew. We'll see how that plays out. But we'll see y'all when we get over there in a few minutes. You might be in the country if we are in the other dry creek, kind of south central part of this property. Let me kind of explain what we're up to this morning. So the county road is right over there, and this dry creek runs kind of more or less through the center of our property. And this side back here is the side that I've yet to see. So what I've done is I've downloaded this app, which I'll have to explain later on a separate video perhaps. But that red property line is our property line, and my goal is going to be to follow this line but stay inside it to get to the back corner that I've got marked back here. So what I've done is I've walked back in there, I don't know, 50, 100 feet, and set a marker so that I can retrace my steps and slowly cut a line through here. I've got a saw and some other tools I'm going to do that with. So that's what we're up to today. So I threw the chain on this saw, but let me show you what I got done so far. Here again, all I'm really trying to do is a minimalist trail through here. I've got a ton of these thorny vines that really kind of complicate things, but I managed to work my way through here. Some of this was already kind of cleared out. Just kind of throwing the brush to the side, one side or the other. So we got back this far. I'm not for sure, but I think that pole's on the county road, and there's another dry creek that runs back up that way. But the property line should more or less be in this direction. So we got to go back, get some tools, and see if we can get further along with this. Hey there, so it's mid-afternoon. We got a couple things going on. Let me kind of catch you up on a few things. This is the dumpster we got earlier today, which is already full, and you can see how much more stuff we've got back here. I'm thinking I could easily fill another one, possibly almost fill a third one. Unfortunately, these are going to cost us about $350 a go, so this is a bit pricey. I wasn't really factoring this into my budget, but good news, he puts it right where I want it, and we fill it up, and then he brings us an empty one. So we've been clearing trails this morning. We've been throwing out trash. We also doing some more cleaning inside a T3 that's back behind me here. And I was out mowing a minute ago, and I came across some kind of a dead animal, like a deer or something of that size. So I'm going to run y'all out and show you that. We'll probably do time lapse for the drive out there, but you'll see the new trail that we carved, partially last time and partially this time as we're headed out there, and then I'll show you what we found in the woods. Scary dead bodies. Alright, so I'm out on the dry creek. I don't know if you can see where we are. And if you've been watching the video series from the start, you may remember at one point I was walking along here and I found a jawbone of an animal. I think I found the rest of the animals. So if you're squeamish or don't want to see a bunch of animal bones, you might want to fast forward for a bit. Let's have a look. Alright, so that's the dry creek, and over here is our discovery. I'm going to say that's a deer. Someone else can weigh in on it and let me know what you think it is. I'm going to say a small deer, possibly a calf. I don't think that's a pig. I could be wrong. For scale, there's my foot. But if you know what that is, let me know in the comments. Other pieces are missing, but clearly some kind of animal died here. Kind of nasty. Morning, YouTube. Weekend 2, day 2. We're at the hotel. We didn't get up on time. We're running a little late. Good news is we get breakfast at the hotel today because we overslept. Let me show you the sunrise. Not too shabby. So we're gonna get some breakfast. We're gonna run out, see what more we can get done before we gotta get back to Houston for the week. Beautiful day, nice and cool. In fact, I almost need a jacket right now. We'll go get some breakfast and see what's in store for us. Okay, so that was definitely not a 5-star breakfast. In fact, we didn't even eat. They had a waffle machine, some frozen breakfast sandwiches, coffee. Sunny D, they don't even have real orange juice. They had Sunny D.
Hey, don't be dissing Sunny D.
It's not orange juice.
It's Sunny D.
I don't feel sunny. Morning, YouTube. We're back on the property this morning. At the start of the weekend, my primary goal was to get my fence line sorted out on this side of the property. This is that second dry creek behind me, and I'm trying to work out where the property line is. And I was doing that for about an hour or so before family started showing up to see our property, and then I got distracted with 100 other things. So I'm out here this morning. Let me show you what I'm going to try and do. So given that I've got relatively little time, I'm going to focus more so on marking and less on clearing. And I've just picked up some orange tape and these white packing strips, and I'm just going to mark the property line today, and then hopefully come back at a later time during the weekend and maybe do a little more clearing of vegetation and that kind of thing. So hopefully this will go smoothly. Sun's still not quite up overhead, and it's still quite cool. In fact, I've got a jacket on at the moment, so it should be pretty pleasant weather for this. Alright, so I'm pretty sure this is what I'm looking for. This T-post on a fence line, I'm pretty sure this is going to be my corner. That's the county road that's south of our property. There's, from the appraisal district records, 150 feet of land between us and the county road on this side. Hard to tell, but there's some faded tape on that. But I'm pretty sure this is going to be our corner. The other good news is it looks like I'm going to be able to follow this fence line and stop trudging through the woods for a change. So we're going to head that way next. That's what I just walked through, if you care to know. It's a bit of a mess back here. So no sooner I walked a short distance north, I found this fence, which might be in the right spot. I don't know. Alright, so I'm at the GPS location for another corner. This is the closest thing I can find to a property identifier. Not sure what this is. But it seems a little odd that those two things are at an angle right here. Alright, so I just found these two corners. I'm probably 150 to 200 feet away from where I just was, which means my app is not giving me very good location data perhaps. But this is where it says, well, this is a very distinct marking, whereas before it wasn't. Alright, so I'm back over at T1 and T2, and all I'm going to say is that that was not exactly conclusive. There's some very distinct markings on some of the corners. Some distinct markings where the app says I'm off 150 feet. Bottom line, as far as I'm concerned, you really need to get help from a surveyor to locate these corners. And then my secondary thought is, as soon as you locate these corners, try and establish line of sight between them, so you can maintain a clear view between the set and established corners to make sure that you're not inadvertently crossing onto neighboring property, or worse, cutting down trees or mowing grass and things like this on property that's not yours. So I think that's my major takeaway. I do plan on experimenting some more with this app that I've used. In fact, I'll probably do a separate video on that app. Maybe a good starting off point for getting an idea, or knowing, okay, I'm easily within the property because I'm 100 foot, 150 foot inside the property line. These kinds of things, I think that would generally be useful. But at this point, I don't think I would use the app to get to kind of any really conclusive survey or boundary determination. All right, that's it for now. We're going to get back to work here and try and get packed up for Houston. We'll see y'all soon.
So if I wasn't watching my surroundings before, I definitely was at this point. I'm headed up that long shooting range that the previous owners cut, and I see that first white-tailed deer. So I just stopped and sat there, and they were very curious about what I was doing, and didn't seem all that intimidated. Although as I tried to kind of inch up on them and get a closer picture, they eventually ran away. I'm probably several hundred feet away using a high optical zoom on my camera, and as I got closer, they finally ran away. But this was really exciting for us because up until now we haven't seen any deer on our property. So I finished for the day, and I came into the house to start packing up, head back to Houston, and that's when I realized that my wife has really done an amazing job with this unit. We call this T3. This is really starting to take shape and look like home. She's high attention to details, hanging up clothes, making the bed. She's done an amazing job cleaning up. She's really worked a lot in this bathroom, trying to get some of the water stains out of some of the fixtures, even hung up the bathrobes. She's really done a great job. In fact, it would mean the world to me if y'all would say something in the comments about how well she's done inside the house here, because she really has worked hard, and I appreciate everything she's done.